Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors. Welcome back to Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. I just did that. Last time we met up with Ayumi and... what's her name? Naomi? And we are now lost in the forest. Because we're so smart.
Nani?
What is it? Over there, I heard something. Where? Where is it? God, what next? What was that? It was Joe.
We
kept clinging to the faint hope that we might soon emerge from these endless waits. But all that got us was a good 2 hours worth of slogging. The rough terrain was killing our legs, and our stamina had been worn down to the bone. I can't move anymore. The classroom plopped herself down on a bed of dry leaves on the ground, and just as she did... Oh, classroom, look! Beyond the silhouette of many conifers at the edge of our vision, faint light could be seen. We're saved. Thank you, Nakashima. Thank you for noticing that. No problem, let's go. We were both dead tired and our legs hurt like hell. We forgot all about that at the sight of salvation and just took off running. As it happens, the barn we'd been looking for all this time was the source of the light. Those naked light bulbs shone like beacons in the night. Thank God. Oh, it's the barn. I thought it was going to be the old man's truck. Yeah, me too. But this is even better. The barn is what we were looking for after all. But I don't remember leaving the lights on when we left, do you? We should have shut them off, yeah, but it's certainly possible that we didn't. Well, if we're the ones who left them on, then we should... then we just saved our own asses. And I guess I should thank goodness for small favors. All we had to do was push through some undergrowth as tall as we were, and then we'd be there. Seems we somehow circled around to the back of the loft. We made it. Let's go inside, shall we? Sure. Man, just having a light makes all the difference in the world, doesn't it? My phone's clock was showing just past 10:40. I started thinking about home, and about how much my mom must be worrying by now. Feeling a bit saddened, I hesitated at the barn door when all of a sudden... The class rep let out a nearly voiceless cry of absolute shock. She was staring into the darkness, just past the building, and shuddering in terror. What's wrong? Nakashima, look, right next to the barn. Ooh, this music is deep and loud. What I saw there was something that couldn't be. Something far beyond my imagination and comprehension alike. That is a whole-ass building. Thank you, neighbors' dogs, for clarifying. That's... How could that... I mean, you found what you were looking for.
Naya no yoko no hiruma sarachi ni natte ita Shinozaki家の跡地に
There, where the Shinozaki estate once stood, in what was nothing more than an abandoned lot only a few hours earlier.
古い屋敷がぼーっと浮かぶように立っていたのだ。
An old, humble residence now rose above us. It seemed almost to be floating in the air, but it was very clearly an actual corporeal building.
私も委員長もありえない光景にただ呆然としていた。
The two of us stood there, staring at it for several minutes, completely dumbfounded. Why, it wasn't there this evening, was it?
なかったよ。なかったけど。
It wasn't. It definitely wasn't, but... So why is it there now? I really don't think that should be your question.
知らないわよ。
How should I know?
全身鳥肌が立っているのがわかる。
I had goosebumps all over my body.
背骨の上を冷たい汗がずっと滑り流れていく。
And a cold sweat had begun tracing lines down my back.
うっすら光ってない？この家、何なの？
Is it just me or is it glowing? What are we even looking at?
ボロボロに老朽化した2階建ての建物には、しかし確かに篠崎と表札がかかっていた。
Aside from its more ethereal qualities, it was just an old, beat-up two-story farmhouse. And sure enough, the nameplate by the door read Shinozaki.
これはやっぱり篠崎義恵と幸子の暮らしていた家のようだ。
It was, without a doubt, the house where Yoshie and Sachiko Shinozaki lived. 過呼吸。大丈夫？委員長。 Oh god, you're hyperventilating. Are you alright?
心配する私を委員長が手で制す。
The class rep raised a hand to stop me from intervening.
ありがとう。口を押さえていればすぐに収まるから。
It's okay, but thank you. Just have to keep my mouth closed and it'll pass. Hey Nakashima, I think now is our chance. Oh god. Sorry about that, I had to get myself some more water. But anyway, Ayumi, you suck so much. I don't like Naomi, but I equally don't like you. What?
私たちはこの篠崎家を調べるために来たんだもの。
手招きしてくれている。望むところじゃない。
We came here to learn the secrets of the Shinozaki estate, and well, here we are. It's inviting us in. It's daring us to look around.
入るの？
You can go in there.
怖いけど逃げるわけにいかない。
I know it's really scary, but we can't just turn back now. Yes, we can.
委員長は息を飲み屋敷を見上げる。やがて覚悟を決めた表情で躊躇なく玄関扉に手をかけた。
Gazing at the imposing structure, she took a deep breath, and then, after collecting herself, she walked right up to the front door and tried sliding it open.
委員長が力を込めると簡単に扉は開いた。
It gave no resistance at all.
行くわ。
Let's go.
待ってよ。
Wait.
ダメだわ。
No good.
篠崎家の真っ暗な家屋には電気は通じていなかった。
The Phantom Estate house had no power, it seemed.
納屋の方は明かりつくのにね。
The point still has working lights, but not the main house.
委員長が懐中電灯で玄関廊下の奥を照らす。
Fortunately, there was a flashlight on a nearby table. The class rep picked it up and switched it on, illuminating the wall across from the
すぐ
entrance.
に右に折れるようになっていて、先の方は見渡せなかった。
Not that there was much to see. The entrance itself was extremely small, breaking off to the right at a solid wooden door just steps
懐
in.
中電灯でぐるりと辺りを見回すと、玄関のすぐ近くに2階へ上がる階段があった。
A quick pan to the left then revealed a steep hardwood staircase leading up, and that was pretty much the entrance room.
気をつけて。すごいここ。
Be careful, the energy in here is strong.
霊感体質の委員長は顔が真っ青で気分が悪そうだ。怯えるようなけれど立ち向かうような目で天井や壁を見回している。
She'd gone completely pale. I could tell just by looking at her she'd done something. Her eyes shone with a mixture of terror and determination.
エンジンショーより黒い。真っ黒だよ、ここの冷気。
It's much darker than Heavenly Host. The energy in this house is jet black.
本当？
Really?
気を抜かないでね。一瞬も。
Don't lay your guard down. Not for 1 second. Watch us go.
思えばこの家に踏み込んだ時、非日常の世界に飛び込んだのだ。
Thinking back, our first steps into the house were basically the start of it all. It was at that point that we had left the world of the ordinary far
普
behind.
通にこうして私の肉眼に映っているこの家の壁、床、天井、この建物の存在自体がもうありえない現象そのものだもの。
Simply being able to stare at these walls, these floors, these ceilings with our naked eyes directly defied the laws of nature. The house itself was a ghost.
ここでは何が起こっても不思議ではないんだ。
Literally anything could happen in here.
分かってたつもりだったけど、私は改めて身震いした。
I knew that, and was doing everything I could to brace myself for the trials ahead. But the fear was still there, and the shaking wouldn't stop.
なんだかすごく深い感情の乱れが波となってこの家の空気に刻まれてる。
I don't really know how to explain it, but there's something like a literal wave of emotional turmoil cutting right through the air in here.
何があったんだろう。この家が取り壊される前。
It's pretty deeply ingrained, too. I wonder what happened before this place was torn down. Yes, let's look around. Mazel tov.
この鏡良くないわ。見ていたくない。
This mirror frightens me. I'd rather not look at it at all if I can help it.
どうして？
Or not.
鏡ってね、人がずっと凝視 というか覗き見るものでしょ。住んでいた人の思念がそのまま焼き付いて固定されていることがよくあるのよ。
Well, a mirror. It's an object that people peer into, and over time their thoughts and feelings can bind themselves into the glass. It's very common.
確かになんだか誰かに見られている感じがするね。映っているのは私なのに。
Now that you mention it, I guess glass mirrors do kind of make you feel like you're being watched, even though I know it's just me in there.
今鏡に私と中島さんが映っていなかった。
That wasn't me and Nakashima I saw just now.
代わりに幸子と篠原さんが見えたような。
Like Sachiko and Shinohara. No!
気のせいかな。
Maybe it's just my imagination. Fekin devastation. Ugh. Shoe shelves are full of dead rats, and each one of them, without exception, has had his stomach dug out. Maybe they hate each other. Hopefully they hate each other. That should not be the hopefully. There's an old picture frame, but the glass is broken and there are no pictures inside. The door wasn't locked. Nor was the seal shut like at the school, but it still won't open. Well, it seems like something heavy is walking from the other side. Let's get painting of a lake somewhere. It's hard to tell in this light. It almost looks like the lake surface is compressed entirely with outstretched hands reaching up from below. It couldn't be much more unsettling. Okay. There are a couple framed photographs of Sachiko here, dressed in a formal kimono. Looks like they were taken during the Shinto Sachiko-san festival, where the kids of ages 7, 5, and 3 gather to pray for luck and longevity. A small plaque is placed below them, with embossed letters that read Sachiko, just before her 7th birthday. Best wishes for a long, happy life. Yeah, we all saw how well that went. Go for both. Yeah. The glass is thoroughly clouded over, making it impossible to see outside. In addition, the window has no handles or grips on it of any kind, suggesting it was never meant to be opened. God, I hate windows like that. Let me open! The suitcase is very plain. The stairs themselves are exceptionally steep. They're also quite old and seem to have absorbed a great deal of moisture, so it would be best to take care of it when climbing them. I think that's everything in this room. Which is the stairs, yeah. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Alright. Oh, ew, what the hell? Okay. There's the hall. The water closet. Huh. Japanese-style floor toilet. Every part of it's distressingly filthy. And there are spider webs strung up all along the inside.
床に血の跡があるわ。
There's blood on the floor here. Yeah, sorry about that.
乾いてカピカピだけれど、どうしてこれ拭かなかったんだろう。
It's old and dried out, thankfully, but you have to wonder why nobody would have bothered wiping it up. The drain is packed tightly with what looks like thousands of bodies of unidentifiable insects. The window is located surprisingly high along the wall, showing only a view of the night sky. Okay. Go to the bath next. Yo, this house is cool. What the hell? American houses are boring in comparison. Old-fashioned wooden bathtub cover. It looks extremely brittle and rotten through completely, sporting numerous holes and missing or warped beams. It's an old soaking tub with a water heater feeding into it. The heater is clearly broken and the tub is half filled with green, stagnant water and bugs. Don't look at the water.
ヨシエやサチコだけじゃない。ここ精神科の診療所をやっていたから、いろんな霊がたくさん集まってる。
Yoshi and Sachiko aren't the only spirits in here. This place was also used as a psychiatric clinic, so we may have to contend with old patients as well. God, scaring the crap out of me for no fucking reason. The window seems to be facing the moon right now. It's letting in a surprising amount of ambient light. Okay. To go to this hall. God, the halls are so creepy. So we go to the living room. Coffee table is missing a leg. Curious, you scan the immediate area for the wooden leg, but find it nowhere in sight. It's a piece of cloth that's haphazardly tossed into a box. Also seems to be a few rolled up newspapers, but they're absolutely crawling with assorted bugs. Probably best not to touch them. The drawers open easily. They seem overall to be in remarkably good shape considering their age. The only things inside, however, are old playing cards with stars, circle, and triangle patterns on the back. These drawers seem stuck to its frame as if glued shut. There's no obvious way to open them. The old boxes are packed with various odds and ends, including tiny toy rings and a few old yen bills. The rings are practically black, with crusted on dust and dirt, however. The money is covered with molds. If you cross your eyes a bit, the holes in the soju door kind of look like a person's face. As you see it, however, you can't unsee it, and the whole room becomes exceptionally creepier. It's really best not to look at it. A traditional tatami mat. Of the sort commonly found in virtually any Japanese home. It's rubbed against the wall here. It seems to be infested with bugs. There are various medicine bottles scattered here and there on the shelves. This used to be a floor cushion for people to sit at this coffee table, but all the cotton stuffing has been removed, leaving only cloth skin behind. Please wait here for your name to be called. Please help yourself to some tea.
そうか。ここってヨシエが診療も行っていたんだわ。
Wait here. Well, I guess it makes sense. Yoshi did run a clinic from this house after all. Oh! Mr. Yukimaru.
Hi.
Yeah. What seems to be the problem? Something tells me he did not make it far. Go to the kitchen. What the hell is that on the wall? The gas burning hot water heater. Every part of it's rusted, perfectly illustrating its age. There's absolutely no chance it still works. Style prefab sink. As with everything else, it seems to have fallen into complete disrepair over these many years.
いかにも廃屋だね。写真撮るとオーブがいっぱい映りそう。
place really fits that classic haunted house feel, doesn't it? I bet if we took pictures, it'd be orbs everywhere. An old-fashioned gas range. Its surface is stained with oil. No model refrigerator. Post-icebox era, but very definitely not modern anyway. It seems to be completely empty inside. I would hope, goddamn. The cabinet below the sink is off its hinges, and a few rusted together pots are hanging out from it. The odor given off by them is stomach churning. The handles on the cabinet doors and drawers are all missing. Sounds like skittering bugs can be heard from within. Probably best to leave them closed. Cabinets filled with small dishes and utensils intended for use by young children. Each one is printed with a cutesy bunny or cat design. And that's everything for the kitchen. Okay, can't go there. Head to the stairs.
大丈夫かな?
These stairs sure don't feel safe. Ow.
大丈夫?
Are you okay?
板が腐ってて危ないよこの階段。気をつけて。周りに手をついて上がろう。
Yeah, I'm fine. The floorboards here are pretty well rotten though, so be really careful. Best to hang onto the wall for leverage as you go.
不思議だわ。そもそもこの家って存在しないはずなのに、あるものすべて触れるし、手にも取れる。
It's so weird. This is a house that shouldn't even exist, but we could touch everything, and we could pick it all up. It's all real.
家自体が霊っていうケースもあるとか何かで読んだことがあるけれど。
I seem to recall reading about cases before, where the house itself is basically just a spiritual echo, but this seems totally different. Well, we are dealing with Shinazaki. Right, what am I doing? 3 bedrooms, several locked spots. Let's go here first. This appears to be a bedroom. The sliding door of the closet is off its tracks, however, and the dresser has been knocked over. The floor is littered with junk, including desk lamp and numerous bottles of unknown contents. The closet is packed with old beat-up boxes. This room also seems suspiciously noisy, with creaks and bangs and pops audible throughout. Rapping at my chamber door. Okay, that did kind of spook me. Dad, Mom?
大丈夫、委員長。
Are you okay? The class rep began calling out for her parents. Totally out of the blue. I had no idea what was going on. Sorry, did I say something? She was grabbing her head in both hands, and her face was white as a sheet. She must have been the target of spiritual possession again, like an heavenly host. Fortunately, she seemed to have been ready for it this time, and was able to collect herself in short order. And when she did, her search resumed. I love that for us. How many save files are there? 64? Why 64? Why not 69? Japanese style sliding screen or Fushima. There's a crude crayon drawing visible on it. It's such to go to this. It's very abstract, but it looks like something a happy, well-adjusted little kid would draw. Not at all disturbing that the picture's an heavenly host. For some reason, the wooden dresser won't budge even the slightest bit. It's as if it were made of solid steel. There's some sort of stain on the back wall of the closet. Kinda looks like the shape of a person, but it's probably just an optical illusion, right? Right? Is that everything in here? Yeah. It was a bust. Go to this one. This particular bedroom looks like it's been converted into a study. Seems out of place considering the family. Whose study was it? Yoshi is, obviously. The bookshelf is full of old books that have been thoroughly wrecked with age. Each one of them is yellowed, musty, and falling apart. The bookshelf is full of old books that have been thoroughly wrecked with age. The frame of the old mirror has long since been busted out. Where the looking glass once stood, now a creepy drawing of an old woman. It's a rough sketch, but it looks absolutely realistic, as if you could just up and jump out of the frame at any moment. The desk is piled high with dust, but the items situated on it are very neat and tidy. Whoever used it was very organized. Right in the middle of the desk sits a lone key, completely covered in dried blood. Take it? Hell yeah, I'm gonna take it, the fuck? Why would I not take it? Kiriyoshi's room.
何か聞こえない。
Wait. Do you hear something? No.
木でできたこの家の床を革靴で歩くような音。誰かが下の階にいる。私たちは顔を見合わせてゾッとする。
They sound like footsteps echoing through the wooden frame of the house, specifically like someone with leather shoes walking around on the first floor.
足音はさらに階段を上がり始めた。
Class Rep and I looked at one another and shuddered. After a moment, the footsteps began loudly stomping up the
上がって
stairs.
くる。
It's coming toward us.
隠れなきゃ。
We have to hide.
私たちは慌てて近くの部屋の中に身を隠した。少し開いた部屋の扉から階段を見張る。
We scrambled against the wall of the room, leaving the door ever so slightly ajar so we can survey the staircase.
何かが歩き回ってる。
There really is something in here with us, something walking around the halls.
もうやだ。
God, I can't take
プ
this
レッシャーの
anymore.
連続に私は感触を起こしてしまった。すると委員長がそっと私の手を握って、
The constant, unrelenting pressure of the search was beginning to take its toll on me. The class rep, sensing my agitation, took my hand in hers.
中島さん、しっかり心を強く持って。天神症の経験を利用してやろう。弱った隙につけ込まれたら簡単に酷化しちゃう。
Keep together, Nakashima. Stay strong. Remember, heavenly host. If we allow those holes to form in our hearts, we'll fall prey to the darkening.
分かってる。ありがとう。
You're right, thank you. To be fair, was the darkening that killed Seiko? One of the right legs is bent beyond repair, and there's a thick layer of dust piled on top of it. I've been sitting in it for a long, long time. Always worth a shot. No longer anything of interest on the desk. Door locked. It looks like the key from the other room fits.
ここは
This
部
is...
屋の至る所に幸子の写真が貼ってあった。とても愛おしそうに。
There are photos of Sachiko all over the room. Virtually everywhere there was space for it. Her mother clearly held her very dear. Yeah, I can tell by all that empty space on the wall. Her tiny kimono in box, size for a young girl. Her style is similar to the ones worn in the Sachi-Go-san festival, which would make this Sachiko's for sure. Pictures of Sachiko are sprawled all across the surface of the desk. However, there are many objects in Heavenly Host. Oh, like so many objects in Heavenly Host, they're fixed to the surface as if they're mere decoration. They can't be picked up or even moved. Hi. Hi.
Nakashima-san, 見てあれ。
Nakashima, look up there.
あれ、おまじないの。
Wasn't that?
部屋の一角、神棚のような高い位置に幸せの幸子さんで使った紙人形とそっくりの片白が祀られていた。
Perched high off the ground was the traditional household shrine fixed to the wall, and within it was an easily recognizable paper doll.
人の鏡を模したご神教の前に置かれた片白。ナホさんが見つけたのはこれね。
An offering, I guess. It's enshrined alongside a mirror emanating the shape of Yata no Kagami. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. This must be the doll that Naho brought back with her.
憧れだったナホって人とは天神症で辛い別れになったそう。委員長が悲しそうな顔をする。
Apparently the class was parting in Heavenly Host with her former role model, Naho, had not been a pleasant one. So momentarily distraught.
片白の前には茶色く変色した正方形の和紙が置いてあり、墨で儀式の手段が記されていた。
In front of the enshrined doll, there was a square sheet of yellowed paper containing well-inked instructions of performing an all too familiar ritual. Spirit in the Ever After. To confer the dying land upon an offering, one shall meditate upon his/her name. Please must be spoken in silence, a number of times equal to all transgressors, plus the offering. An avatar for the offering must then be torn and split evenly amongst the transgressors. If performed correctly, the offering's desired location shall become the land in which he/she dies.
幸せの幸子さんの原型だった。
This was the original form of the Sachiko Ever After ritual.
それが幸子を霊媒にこの儀式を行って死が天神症を作り出したってこと？
So did Yoshie use Sachiko as an offering in order to make Heavenly Host the land of her death?
二人とも生きている時にどうして？何なのこの儀式？
That would have had to happen while she was still alive, but why? What was she hoping to accomplish? She died first, though. What the fuck?
なんだろうこれ。
So what's this now?
壁に0から9の数字を押し込むロック錠のようなものが埋め込まれているのを見つけた。
It appeared to be an embedded wall safe, a circular padlock, and a panel of buttons comprised of the numbers 0 through 9.
どれ？
Let me see.
これなんか金庫っぽいよね。
This looks almost like some kind of vault, doesn't it?
適当に押してみたけど反応がない。
Tried pressing the buttons at random in hopes of opening the lock by pure chance, but it doesn't do
丸い
anything.
状の端には右回りの矢印が描かれていて、錠全体が少し回るようになっていた。
We tried the spin clockwise indicator etched into the steel safe. We tried spinning the lock itself as well, but it had no luck with either.
回転させると押し込んだ数字がすべて戻りリセットされる。
In fact, as soon as the lock made one full rotation, all the buttons we'd press in suddenly popped back out.
文字盤の周りには幸子の生前の写真がたくさん貼ってあるか。
So we're dealing with a combination locked safe surrounded by photos of Sachiko from when she was still
こ
alive.
れヨシエが設置したものだとしたら幸子に関係ある数字だとか。
If Yoshie is the one who set the combination, it's probably safe to assume it has something to do with Sachiko.
そっか。案外単純にそうなっているかも。人が利用するものだから忘れないようにそうしている可能性もあるしね。
You know, you're absolutely right. It must be something really simple. Whoever used the safe would have chosen something they wouldn't forget after all.
幸子に関係ある数字か。
The question is, what would that something be? Sachiko's birthday.
語呂合わせでいくつか試しに押し込んで回してみた。
We tried a handful of different combinations based on homonyms, rhyming, and the like.
けれどことごとくカチャンと軽い音がし
I'm telling
リセ
you
ットされる。
that it's Sachiko's birthday. But are they listening to me? No. But every time, we just spin the lock with a metallic thunk and watch the numbers reset on us.
天神症を生還した私たちが何か知っている情報はない？
Sachiko, come on, think! We made it back from Heavenly Host Elementary alive. There must be a tidbit of knowledge we can use. What had we learned about Sachiko, though, number-wise? What I'd come up with was an approximate height. That didn't work. What was that plaque in the stairwell? It said Sachiko just before her 7th birthday. The kimono she was wearing in the picture was an exact match to the one we found in the box in the middle of the room. It seemed as if Yoshie was really fixated on Sachiko turning 7. And what? Oh, so what about just the number 7 by itself? It's a long shot, but...
開いた。
Hey, got it.
すごい中島さん。
What the fuck? Why? Why was that what worked? Why was that what worked?
壁の錠のある部分が小さな隠し扉になっていて、錠自体がノブ代わりとなって手前に引くことができた。
The area of the wall around the safe opened up like some kind of secret room, with the combination lock holding in place and serving as a doorknob.
しゃがまないと入れないくらいの隠し扉の奥には地下室に降りる階段があった。
Beyond the tiny door, a door so small we had to crawl to fit through it, was a long staircase stretching down into a hidden underground room.
クモの巣、怒りもすごいよ。
Spider webs. The dust here is really
どれ
thick.
どれ見せて。
Hey, come on, I want to see
倉
too.
庫かしら。
Some kind of storehouse,
懐
maybe.
中電灯で地下の様子を照らしてみても、下の階は意外と深い位置にあってよく見えない。
Trying to get a better look at what we were crawling into, but the stairs went so far down that even with the flashlight, it was just too dark.
あるはずのない建物のあるはずのない隠し通路か。危険度は最高レベルね。
So this is a hidden passageway that shouldn't exist inside a building that shouldn't exist. And the danger level has reached its peak here.
私たちこの世じゃない場所の入り口に立っている気がする。
It feels like we're standing at an entrance of some realm that's not even a part of this world.
委員長がまっすぐに私の目を見つめる。怖いんだ。でも言いたいことは分かってる。
The glass rep looked me right in the eye. I was scared, but I knew exactly what she was going to say. She didn't even need to speak a single
た
word.
とえ恐ろしい運命が待っていたとしても、
Even if all that awaited us down here was an unimaginably horrific
こ
end.
れは私たちが喉から手が出るほど欲しかった呪いの真相への入り口。
We're standing at the source of all the answers we so desperately sought. We were poised to uncover the truth behind the curse of Sachiko Shinozaki.
新しい世界への扉。引き返したら一生後悔する。
This was the gate of a new world. If we turn back, we'd regret it for the rest of our lives. I already regret doing this, actually.
私たちは顔を見合わせて地下に降りる決心をする。
So the two of us just looked each other in the eyes and nodded. We were ready to descend the staircase into whatever abyss lurked below.
おそらくこの先はナホさんも到達していない領域だわ。気をつけて中島さん。何が起こっても気を緩めちゃダメよ。
I don't think even Naho made it this far, so be careful, Nakashima. Stay alert and focused down there, no matter what happens. She began descending the stairs ahead of me. I stopped to look back after only a few steps. She issued me one last warning. I nodded again.
さっきの足音、やっぱり何かが歩き回ってるんだ。2階に来てる。
It's the same footsteps. There really is something else in here with us, wandering around. And it sounds like it's on the second floor. They were extremely close. It sounded as if they were poised just outside the door to Yoshi's room, just a few feet away.
中島さん、地下に行こ
う。Nakashima, down the staircase. Hurry. Okay.
私たちは逃れるようにして隠し扉の奥へ入った。
So the two of us fled through the secret door and down the stairs. No more
木でで
hesitation.
きた地下への階段はより一層老朽化が激しく、ミシミシパキリと折れそうな音を立てる。
The wooden steps creaked and groaned beneath us, even more than the ones from the main stairwell. It felt like they might fall apart at any moment.
恐ろしいのをこらえてゆっくり一段ずつ降りていくと、やがてジメジメした地下室に着いた。
We took one step at a time, swallowing our fear and just pushing onward until eventually, finally, we arrived at the small, damp, musty room underground.
大丈夫？足元にいろいろあるわ。気をつけて。
You're alright. There's a lot of junk on the ground here. Still be careful where you walk. Okay.
真っ暗でよくわからないけど、委員長の懐中電灯でチラチラと照らされる地下室の内部には、そこら中にガラクタや本が散乱していた。
There was no light down here with us whatsoever, save for the class rep's shaky flashlight beam. And all that beam revealed was a mess of books and clutter.
机の上には山ほどの本やルーズリーフ、紙の資料、科学実験室にあるようなビーカーや三角フラスコなど。
With a twist of the wrist, it then shone upon a desk containing a chaotic mountain of books, loose-leaf notes, and documents and assorted beakers and flasks.
まるで科学者が研究か実験でも行っていたかのような散らかり方だった。
It looked like some mad scientists had done research and conducted all manner of untold experiments down here.
あれは何かのケース？
What's that? It looks like someone's family tree. Looks like your family tree. Ew.
委員長が離れた机に置いてある古びた紙に近寄っていく。私も。
The class rep shot over toward the desk further in. Her intrigue piqued by a glance of a large document spread out over the surface. I followed her lead.
中島さんにも明かりが必要ね。そこ、ノコギリの刃とか工具が机に置いてあって危ないよ。ごめんね。ちょっとそこで待ってて。
You need light too, don't you? Sorry. There's a desk over there with saw blades and other sharp tools on it, so it's kind of dangerous. Stay where you are.
能力者一族系譜の図？
Genealogy chart. Gifted line.
ずね。何能力者って。
Really, is the family tree. What does it mean, gifted?
篠崎、三船、島村、三田、長尾。この名前。
Shinozaki, Mifune, Shimamura, Mita, Nagao. Oh, I recognize some of these names.
そう。あながち嘘でもないのです。
That's right. It's not necessarily a lie. There were many individuals born in the closing days of the Meiji period who possessed remarkable powers.
明治後期にたくさん生まれた念写、千里眼といった能力者たち。有名な千里眼事件の三船千鶴子や長尾育子。
These people achieve fame for their thoughtography abilities and psychic talents prior to the so-called Shinrigan Jigen, or clairvoyance
あ
controversy.
の先人たちの能力の真偽はともかく、
Chizuko Mifune and Ikuko Nagoe were particularly noteworthy figures at the time, and whether their abilities are real or not is beside the point.
超能力が科学に負けたあの宣言から後も、能力者たちは野に伏せながら自らの力を錬成し続けているのです。
What matters is that even after the scientific community discredited such abilities, the truly gifted continued exploring them anyway, often in secret.
能力者。じゃあヨシエの家も超能力者の家系なの？
So if they're the gifted line, does that mean Yoshie and Sachiko are descendants of those famous clairvoyants?
調べた通りだわ。男子に恵まれなかった篠崎家は。
It sure seems that way. And from the looks of it, the Shinozaki line was never blessed with any male heirs either.
母方の家と血を継承していくために婿養子を取ってきた女系の家。
It's a matrilineal house that passed its blood and family name down from mother to daughter, generation after generation, through adopted son-in-laws.
ケースの中にヨシエと幸子もいるはずだよね。
I'm certain if I trace this family tree far enough, I'll find the names Yoshie and Sachiko.
あった。やっぱりヨシエもその母親も竹から婿養子を入れて血をつないでいるのね。
Ah, there we are. And just like everybody before her, Yoshie had married a man who'd been adopted into the family in order to keep the Shinozaki name.
ボッシュの名はセイラ。
It looks like the root of the tree is a person named Sarah.
ヨシエの母親はラッキー。
Yoshie's mother's name is Aki?
少女なんだ。兄弟に男子もいない。なるほど。当主直系のサラブレッドなのね、ヨシエは。
She was the eldest daughter in her family, and had no brothers. So that makes Yoshie a thoroughbred, a direct, unfiltered descendant of Sarah.
死後霊になってあれだけの力を持つのもわかる気がする。
I guess this stands to reason then, that she'd have so much power and influence, even as a spirit.
ラップがすごいな。
The rapping is getting pretty loud in here.
そして婿養子に入った父親は例外なく急死している。
All of these adopted fathers who continued the family line died suddenly after their children were born, it seems, without even one single exception.
まるでこの家が篠崎家以外の血を排除しようとしているかのようだわ。
That the family line had a mind of its own, and went to great lengths to eliminate the blood of other lines, which had served its purpose.
子として迎えるにしたって結婚するからにはきっと愛情だってあるはずだから。篠崎の
These are men who are willing to give up their own birthrights and take another's name for the sake of love. It must have been hard for the Shinozaki women.
お父さん息してないよ。
Daddy's not breathing.
あなたやはりこれは行うべきではなかった。
No, darling, no. I suppose this was a fate that just couldn't be averted.
なんて強い霊障。
Such a strong spiritual influence.
篠崎かなえ、ひろひと、あやと。
What is that? Kanae, Shinozaki, Hirohito, Ayato.
これおばあちゃんとおじいちゃんとお父さん。
It's my grandmother, my grandfather, my dad. My
そうい
dad!
えばビリ婿だったおじいちゃんはお父さんが生まれてすぐに亡くなったって聞いていたけど。
I remember hearing that my grandfather was adopted into my grandmother's family. Passed away shortly after my dad was born.
篠崎家当主の3人の娘。その三女から派生した枝葉にかなえおばあちゃんが。
The head of the family had 3 daughters, and Grandma Kanae is deceased from the youngest.
名前で嫌な直感があったけど、私の家族がユシエや幸子たちの家系とつながっていたなんて。
I thought it was creepy enough just having the same last name, but to think my family was actually from the same lineage as Yoshie and Sachiko. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I feel like some crazy shit's about to happen. So on that cliffhanger, I'm going to leave you. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you later.